Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are in the garage. Maybe you could tell from behind me, but we are in the garage today and we are going to be doing some repotting of a bunch of plants here, and I'm really excited. Except, oh, Luna, you're okay. This freaking thing is so loud. I gotta figure out how to turn that off. Let me show you the plants that we're gonna be repotting today. So we're gonna be doing this little sweet baby. I am gonna have to do some searching to see exactly what this is because I cannot remember for the life of me. It's some sort of philodendron, clearly, but I can't remember which one it is. It's so, so beautiful. This was gifted to me by one of you lovelies who watch my videos, and we did a fun plant trade. But yeah, this guy has grown a new leaf. The old ones have died, and it's just time. It's time for a repot. So, or a pot, period. So we'll check out the roots on this guy in a little bit and see how we're looking. But the other one that needs really just like to be potted again or better because it fell and then it lost like half of its soil. So you can see in there kind of what I'm talking about. Doesn't look super happy, but the rest of the plant is doing totally fine. This is a Hoya, ooh, with hair all over it, Hoya pubicalyx. This was sold to me as like super silver splash, which you can definitely see why they called it that. It's very, very splashy. So, so gorgeous. So yeah, we're gonna pot this guy up a little bit better, give it some more soil, maybe put it in a deeper pot because with how little root is actually a part of this plant, like it doesn't need that big of a pot, but the plant itself is very, very heavy. I think it needs just like a tall, skinny pot. I think that would probably be best. So we'll see if I have anything for that. Maybe I'll try potting it in this and try doing, you know, drainless or no drainage pot for that and just pot it in this thing because we do need to pot this guy up. This is a philodendron sodiroi. It's losing this leaf for sure, but it does have a new little, how do I show you here? A new little teeny tiny growth point in there. Hopefully it's focusing. I can't freaking tell. But yeah, so we're gonna pot this guy out of here and into an actual pot. And then maybe we'll use this for the Hoya. I think that might be a good idea. This is a little philodendron. God, they're all so hairy. Most of these have been living in my bathroom, so they're kind of hairy. you know how it goes. But yeah, this is a philodendron glorious. I'm pretty certain that's a glorious. And yeah, it just needs, it needs a better substrate. It's in too chunky of a substrate right now. It's just like really coarse, come on words, really coarse orchid bark and perlite, but it's not doing it for the plant. It needs a little bit more water retaining substrate for this guy because the water just does not hang out in this pot at all. And this plant needs more than that because it hasn't been doing anything for me. It also hasn't died, which is good so far because, whew, the year of 2023 was the year of me killing plants. Like I was just murking them left and right. Not on purpose, obviously, but it happened a lot. And this one is hopefully not going to be one of them. So we will get that into a better substrate. Please don't fall. Okay. The next ones we're going to be repotting are these guys here. So this has been living just like this. So I've got my philodendron verrucosum. So, so pretty. Look at the back of the leaf. Gorgeous. And then a philodendron campos in this little guy. This guy is just living in sphagnum moss in here. And then the verrucosum is in this little teeny tiny pot. But it's just been living in here. So when I water the verrucosum, which of course needs water before the campo, because the campo's in moss and this guy is, the verrucosum is just in soil. So the verrucosum needs water way faster than this guy, but I just water this guy that sits in this guy. So this isn't getting the water that it needs, and the campo is getting too much water. It's been a whole thing, and I've just been so lazy. No longer. We are adjusting it. So the next ones we have to do are going to be these little teeny tiny guys. These are all the same plant. These are all seedlings from the hybrid cross that I was able to make. So these are, what are you? I really have to think about it every single time I say it. But these are Anthurium, Silver Blush, Cross, Forgetii, White Stripes. I should just say Forgetii and not make it all complicated with the white stripes. It's just that's how it was sold to me, so that's how I want to say it. But anywho, the next ones we're going to be potting up are all of, oh my god, so much hair, it's ridiculous. All of these guys here, I'm pretty sure these are all Philodendron Splendid, maybe with a few Melanochrysum mixed in there. I don't know, it's kind of a just fun pot of whatever philodendron. And then look at all those roots along the bottom. It's looking so good. So we need to get these out of here so that they can actually do something and get some real nutrients going on. But yeah, I think those are all of them. Not a lot, but it definitely needs to get done. And honestly, I haven't repot plants in such a long time that this feels like a lot. So yeah, let's go ahead and get some substrate mixed up here. So I brought with me this big old pot. Let's see. This pot has no drainage hole, so I've been using it as just like a soil mixing pot, you know what I'm saying? So, oh, I thought I didn't have any substrate left, which I don't have much, but I have more than I thought. So let's see. I've got some coarse grade orchid bark here, and some vermiculite. There she is there. So I've got like the smallest little bit left in here. And then, because I don't want most of the mixes, hey, how are ya? Because I don't want most of the mixes to be so chunky, like as chunky as this guy here, which I clearly, if you ask me, I clearly just like ran out of all my other substrate and was like, well, I have coarse orchid bark and that's what it's gonna get, and that's not what he wanted. So I obviously don't want it to be as coarse as that. So instead of just using the two things that I have a little bit left, we are gonna be adding, well, maybe a little bit of this here. But we're going to be adding some of this here as well. This is still orchid bark. It doesn't feel quite as coarse as the stuff that I already had. So we're going to be using this. And then I also got this guy here. This is the Black Gold All-Purpose Potting Mix. It does have some fertilizer in it. I'm assuming it's slow release. Yeah, controlled release. So same thing, slow release fertilizer added to it. This is going to be like the base mixture. Okay. Okay, that did not tear how I thought. I can't be trusted with soil ever, y'all. 2 seconds in. Two seconds in. So this stuff looks nice. Doesn't look too, I don't know, maybe it is pretty peat moss heavy, but it feels nice. It feels like it's gonna help retain the moisture, which is exactly what I need. Let's go ahead and use up that. So you can see just how chunky that is. Super, super chunky. And I'm gonna hold off actually on using that vermiculite today because it is just so dusty and I just don't want to deal with it right now. So I wish I had something to mix with. Do I? Turkey baster. Mix with this. A little piece of plastic. Okay. Let's put a little bit more of that orchid bark in there. Put the rest in. Does anyone else have a turkey baster in their plant supplies crap? Let me know. Let me know I'm not alone having a turkey baster. It's the only reason I have one. And they work wonders if you overwater a plant and the saucer is about to overfill. Yeah, absolute wonders. Okay, now let's see. I didn't totally prepare myself for a repot. You can tell it's been a while since I've done one. So let's just see here. Let's do this guy first because he's just so pretty. He deserves to be potted up nicely. But this is the Hoya pubicalis. Look at how beautiful. Oh, I just cannot get over how gorgeous these leaves are. You getting comfy, buddy? Do you want to come over here? You want to come here? Hi. There's the boy. Hi, boy. Oh, hi, buddy. That's a good boy. Looney, you can come over here too, babe. I just heard the tiniest little whine. Hi, come over here on this side. That's a good girl. You gonna come over here? You see the girl? Cute girl. Let's start filling this guy up. He's a bit taller. Where's the pot? Yeah, a bit taller than the other one. So that'll leave a little bit more room in there for not only growth, but also he still seems like he wants to kind of come out of here. I think after a good watering or two, it'll feel more secure in the pot, but I still feel like I need to kind of hold it down in there. But we do have this guy potted up in his new pot. I think he's going to be really, really happy going forward. And I think I'm even going to look for a different spot for him that's not just chilling in my bathroom because, you know, who really wants to just be sitting in the bathroom? And you deserve better. You're so pretty. Okay, let's see. Let's also see if this is still gonna work. Nope. Need to grab her a saucer. Will that work? Perfect. Not cute, but it'll work. Do you want to come over here? I know you do. Come here, Looney. Come lay with your brother. She's going to squish you a little bit. I know. What else is new? Oh, honey. Oh. Could they be any sweeter? I mean, honestly. You, I'm talking about you. Could you be any sweeter? Thank you. Oh my God. They're just too much. Like, this should just be the video. Am I right? What? You got your toy? You got your little lamb? You got your little lamb? Yeah. my God, you guys. That's too much. Too freaking much. Oh, and I wanted to talk to you guys about, sorry, not you. You just take your little nappy. You just take your little nappy on your brother. Yeah. Is she gonna squish you out of your spot, buddy? I know, every day. Every day this happens. She just squeezes you right out of your spot, huh? Huh? Just a good boy. Oh, buddy. There, you can lay with your little guy spooning. What? Oh, look what I just realized too. There's another type of plant hiding in here because there's, oh, can we see? Do you see that? That something does not match the others. So we have a, what is this? Like a red emerald or something? Or maybe, oh, I think this is a Macaulay's Finale up in here. Up in here, up in here. So that's cool. Okay, where do I want to set this? I'm just scared of knocking it over. Oh yeah, I was gonna pot. I totally forgot that I was gonna pot the Hoya into this thing. Hold on, sorry, I'm trying to uncross my legs under here and recross them. Okay, but I forgot I was gonna do that Hoya in this. I still want to do that though, so we are going to do that. We are. So let's just go ahead and pot this guy up so we can free this glass up. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, well, let's just do that. Easy peasy. Squeezing lemons. Okay. But what I wanted to kind of talk with you guys about in this video, kind of random, but just kind of like what you guys are thinking and what you guys are going for in the shops nowadays as far as buying plants. Like, are you just on the hunt for like the rarest of the rare plants? Are you on the hunt for more common house plants? Like, what are you guys into nowadays? Because I feel like I noticed a huge wave, you know, probably a huge long-lasting wave from like, you know, 2020 to last year of just people, you know, mainly posting, it seemed like, about rare plants, mainly searching for rare plants, and just like everyone was losing it over these rare. All right, we are back. Not gonna lie to you, I forgot what we were talking about. My camera overheated. Looney did in fact squeeze her brother out of the spot. He, however, pop you off of here. He has found, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? He's found his own spot. That's a good boy. That little towel is there because when my parents sit down here, their little dog likes to sit right there. So that way, her little booty can be comfortable. Okay, let's nestle you back in here. Turn this down a bit. Okay, now, I totally forgot what we were talking about earlier. I want to say we were talking about common plants versus not common plants. Like, what I have been noticing was lately, everyone seemed to be wanting uncommon houseplants. Everyone wants those rare beauties that are hard to find, hard to purchase because A, they're hard to find, and B, because they're expensive. And then they're also like extra sad if you accidentally kill them. So yeah, the rare plant game has been going strong and will, I'm sure, continue to go strong for quite some time, because who doesn't love a rare plant? But I personally went through that phase where all I wanted was rare plants. At the beginning of my plant journey, of course, I wanted to like hit all my bases. I was finding all of the beautiful common house plants in the big box stores, and I was just like losing my mind over how many gorgeous plants there were that were common, cheap, easy to find, easy to replace, as I was a new plant parent. And, you know, killing plants when you're a new plant parent especially is very, very common. I would say killing plants as a plant parent in general is pretty common because, you know, shit happens. So yeah, they were fantastic. Common plants were just fan-freaking-tastic at the beginning of my plant collecting journey. I hate using the word journey because it's just been so overused and it sounds so silly to me now, but for lack of a better word, yeah, at the beginning of my plant journey, common houseplants were just like best of the best. I was so excited to find any and all common houseplants. And then as I felt comfortable in my plant growing skills, I started to want to cultivate more of those rare houseplants, those more pricey houseplants, and the ones that you weren't just finding in the big box stores. You maybe had to dig a little bit deeper at your nurseries or just order them online, and that's what I started doing. Not all of those plants are still with me to this day. Maybe eventually I'll need to do a video where I go through and kind of talk about some of the houseplants that are no longer with us, because there have definitely been a lot that have like slipped through the cracks. But with that being said, I've kind of started to go back to like the beginning days where I'm really just falling back in love with common houseplants. Like there I have, oof, you guys, I have a list of common houseplants, mostly common houseplants, that I am just dying for, and that once I get my own space again and space to just like spread out and get more plants again, I'm going to be wanting to cultivate a bunch more common houseplants that are just, oh, they're delicious. They're beautiful. They're not only like kind of good space fillers, if you will, but they're just gorgeous and like, oh, they're beautiful. So let me know what you guys think. Are you still into the rare house plants only, or are you like still in love with your common house plants? Or have you kind of gone through that wave like I have where you just wanted common house plants and you were cool with that, and then all you wanted were those rare ones and now you're kind of going back? Let me know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. But yeah, oh, I scared him. So much of it, half of his teeth are showing right now. He is just like, my sweet boy, my sweet girl. Your nails are so short right now, but your brothers are so long. And they got clipped at the same time. How does this make any sense? Ooh. This one looks like you broke it. We'll have to have them look at that when we get your nails done. Sweet little face. Oh my god, you're just so yummy. Wow. Okay, I better. You're so yummy too, buddy. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. See his little tail going. Okay, so I did go ahead and finish potting up this sodiroi while my camera was deheating. And now let's go ahead. I have a little bit of murky water left in here, so I'm going to go ahead and pot up the little Anthurium seedlings first. That way I can give them a little water with this nasty stuff, and then once this is cleared out and empty, we'll actually put that pubic calyx in there. Let's do that. Okay, so I think I want to go ahead and pot these two seedlings, these little cuties, and these two little seedlings. All four of these I'm going to put together. So let's just see about this. Why do I even have this? Let's just use it. Why not? It's ugly, it's crinkled. We're going to use it. My good girl. My good boy too. Don't worry, I never forget about you. Such jealous babies. Look at how cool and red this stem is, you guys. I just want to show you that real quick on the sodiroi. Oh, it's so cool. That's beautiful. Once again, these have all been living in my bathroom. God, buddy. So not great, but they're doing okay. Cute. And then we've got this little guy. Looks like it got a little burnt there. I think maybe from, I don't know honestly, but this newest little leaf is so cute. Look at that little guy. Cutie. Look at how small that little guy is. So this little guy, of course, is going to be going in very last. I'm going to start with the one that has like the longest roots, which is probably this guy that's been in sphagnum. Actually, both these guys have fairly decent roots happening here. So we have the two little plants in there. And, oof, okay, this is going to be kind of awkward looking at first, but I mean, isn't it always? Okay, no, you know, this, they all need to be closer to the top. Taking it all out, hold on. Okay, let's try this again, but with soil higher to the top. Higher to the top? Whatever, you know what I'm saying. You're picking up what I'm putting down, right? I've got all four little babies nestled in there very, very snug. Well, hopefully, ooh, the heater just kicked on, so sorry. Hopefully these guys are okay with their move. But yeah, cute little Anthurium babies. Perfect. Now we are getting a little bit lower on this murky stuff. So let's go ahead and do this little guy. How beautiful. Okay. I'm nervous to look at the roots on this. Because again, this guy has just been living in the turlet. He's been living in the bathroom. So hopefully I haven't done him too much of an injustice. The moss could definitely be more moist. Sorry if anybody hates that word, but I mean, whatever. It's just a word. Okay. Oh. Despite the moss being on the drier side, unfortunately, I do see a happy root. Ooh. So I think we'll be in business. And I see a new little growth point. Yay! Okay, we're totally in business. Let me peel this sheath off of here so I can show you what I'm talking about. So hopefully you can see that. There it is. But you get the idea, right? So this guy is still very, very, very small. So I think I'm gonna just keep him in a pretty small pot, but I do still want him to have room to grow. So between these two pots, I am gonna go with the larger of the two to set the roots. And then I'm gonna put just a little bit more soil on top. Whoop. And as I'm wiggling the soil on there, I'm also kind of like keeping the cutting up a little bit so that I'm burying the roots a little bit more. By roots, I mean literally two roots, but you know, two is better than none. Okay, so now we've got that in there. It does feel like it wants to flop around a little bit, so I'm going to try to give it a little bit of a pillow on either side of soil. That way it can kind of rest on that. But what I'm trying to avoid is covering up that new growth point because I don't want that guy to have to work too hard to get out of there when he's ready. Okay, so now it definitely feels like I put this in too big of a pot, but you know what? We're just going to see what happens. We're going to cross our fingers and we're going to hope for the best. But we've got this beautiful philodendron potted up. Third time's a charm. Let's get this repot done, you guys. My camera overheated once more and then the battery also died, like right at the same time. So we are charged up. The dogs got their second long walk of the day. Huh. And got a big scratch in. Oh, get your toy, good boy. pop up on your seat. All right. Okay, so I did not do any repotting without you guys, so we still have just the tiniest little bit of murky water left, and we've got a few things left to repot. So we've got this big old thing left to do. I'm just gonna set this to the side for now because I'm just not ready to take all that on. I want to get the little guys done first. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm also not mentally ready for this quite yet, so we will hold off on these little cuties. Let's go ahead and do this little guy. Let's do the Philodendron verrucosum. I got this guy for $8.99 from a local plant shop here in Washington. Houseplants Galore, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. And it's been doing really well, especially considering what little care I've been giving it. I feel like I've used pretty much all of my like teeny tiny pots on, I'm talking like smaller than this size pot. When I potted up all of the Anthurium seedlings, like the rest of these little cuties. So we're just gonna have to go from this to this, which feels like a really big jump. This is like 4 times the size, plus some extra, a lot extra. So we are just gonna, you know, we're gonna plant it pretty shallow in here, and that way, as it gets more established, it'll be a little bit safer to, you know, give it some more soil in there. I just don't want there to be too much soil versus root, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah. Okay. Oh, Looney, you're stuck in here with me now, babe. Come here. Come up here with me. That's a good girl. Once we're done with this, it'll be time for DIN and ER. So, hi. My cute little princess. Come kiss. Come a kiss. We're so rude. I love you. You cutie. Okay. So this guy is very, very moist. So I'm not going to be able to get like much of the soil off of here because it's so moist, but that's okay. Okay. 4th time's the charm because I just ran out of space on my SD card. So now we have cleaned off the card, we've charged it, the camera, we've cooled the camera down. So we should be ready to go. Officially, good Lord. Okay, so as I said before, we are gonna go ahead and repot this guy into this thing, but we're gonna pot him really shallow in there. So let me just get some dirt up in here, wiggle around a little bit, stick that in there, and I'm gonna hold him kind of in the center, like where I want him to be, while I scoop some more soil on top and give it a little backfill. Okay, I guess I didn't pot him that shallow in here, but that's okay. Set him down in there, tap it down. I feel like this is the plant, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like verrucosum is a plant that would really enjoy having something to grow up along. So I wonder if I have anything in here right now that I could use. I don't think so. It'll be fine. Hi, sorry. I'm sorry. You're okay. You are just a good girl too. I love you. Okay, sorry. After I gave the girl some little snuggles, we're ready to go. I think she's getting ready for some snuggle time. I mean, she's always ready for snuggle time, but I can just tell, you know. Are you feeling a little angsty? Saucer. Look at her. She's ready. She's rearing. Look at the cute backs of the leaves. Woo. This guy's officially empty. So, I'm kind of on a roll with these small ones, so I do want to go ahead and get this Campos Random finished up. So, Let me just get rid of this, put that soil with the rest of the soil, put that little guy in here. And I'm going to bring back our little sphagnum container here because that is what all of these are potted in. Ooh, okay. Quick transfer. Those, they've been in here for so long, you guys. For so long. It's honestly kind of sad and kind of gross. Let's put trash in there. So I originally had put a bunch of cuttings in here and not all of them survived, of course, because they were just kind of crowded in there, and I don't know. Usually when you're taking so many cuttings, you're not always going to have like 100% success rate, and that is to be expected and totally fine. So there's definitely some dead ones in here. I think so far I've pulled out 2. One that was like totally dead and another that wasn't like fully dead, I don't think, but like it could potentially grow in the future. But I just don't really care. Shh. Sorry, Campos Portuanum. You're beautiful and all, but I've got plenty here that did successfully grow. So I see, ooh, this is a really squishy, nasty one. Oh, I feel like I have a splinter. I do. Ow. Ooh, I have a splinter right in between my fingers. Okay. Oh, I gotta get repotting gloves because, ow, that hurts. I think this soil, so the potting mix that I got is really splintery. So I'm gonna need to remember that before I do my next repot. I'm just gonna need to get some gloves. I feel like I might have some. I'm gonna have to look around and see. But if you have any repotting glove recommendations, definitely drop them in the comments below. I don't want anything fancy. I just want some cheap but good ones, you know, where I can like still maybe touch my phone with them. That could be nice. That could also just be asking too much, and I get it. Okay, what am I doing? I still need this. We'll get rid of this. Okay. Can't sit on my feet any longer. Hi, sorry, babe. Don't mean to elbow you. Okay, we're just gonna be using one of these again because that's like what I have the most of. Excuse me. Phlegmy. Okay, so gross. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, let's see here. These guys have actually grown pretty well. These are super cute. So if you don't know, the Philodendron Campos Portuanum, these guys are like a shape-shifting plant, which I think is so, so cool. So it's a plant that starts out looking kind of just like a velvety, heartleaf philodendron, you know what I mean? It looks like a Micans, but not dark and delicious like a Micans is. It just looks just like light green and velvety and cute, a little heart-shaped. Kind of, some of them are like a little bit more chubbier of a heart. Like this little leaf right here is nice and chubby. I just think that is so stinking cute. But once they grow up, they change shape quite drastically, I would say. It's pretty freaking cool. And they're just awesome. They're awesome looking plants. I'll pop a picture up here so you know what I'm talking about. But they're freaking cool. So I do definitely want to keep these guys alive and well as best as I can because I do really enjoy the plant. And I love for it to get those mature, funky lobes. Okay. So I am just trying to essentially place all of these little cuttings where I want them. There are, oh, you know, I don't want to overcrowd them. I'm just going to do 3 in each pot because I have 6 of them, so that'll be perfect. Okay, so I kind of have them where I want them to be placed in the pot here, and I am just going to hold on with my little pinchers here and scoop some soil on top while I hold them in place. Oh, and spill soil everywhere. Wouldn't be me without spilling some soil, you know? Even though I already did. There's always more soil to be spilled. Okay. I'm getting hungry. I took some beautiful photos with this camera, this one that I'm filming on. It's the only camera I have. It's just usually I take photos just with my phone, but I took some really pretty photos with my camera and of like an alocasia and a Hoya. I feel like another plant too. And they're just gorgeous, gorgeous photos. At least I think so. And I really want to post some of them on my Instagram so I can share my photos with the world and then have like a solid place to have them to look back on for myself. You know, that's really why I post most things on there. I feel like that's why most people post a lot of things on there, is just so that like they can go back and look themselves and have just like a reminder of like either themselves in that place in time or what they were doing. I don't know. It's just fun to have those little memories to look back on, so I really like that. Here are our two pots, two little campo pots. So you can see this one, hopefully you can tell, this one's potted up a little bit higher in the pot, kind of like how you would normally pot a plant in here. And these guys are much more shallow in there. And they're just kind of getting protected a little bit more. At least that's what I'm telling myself. So I'm not gonna lie, this one, the little struggle bus one, is probably still gonna continue to live in my bathroom until it just beefs up a little bit. And this one, I'm gonna put in my room somewhere so I can enjoy it a little bit more. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Luna. I don't know the strength of my own butt. I'm so, so sorry. You're okay. You're okay. I'm so sorry. Stressed her out. I'm so sorry. You're okay, honey. My bad. Can I have a paw? Can I have a paw? Okay. She is not having it with me. Okay. So now, oh, y'all, what was I thinking? We're not going to use this today. I'm so, so sorry. I forgot that I was going to do this for a second time, and I took that plant and the other plants that we'd already repotted upstairs and just put them in their homes. So that'll be in another video that we will transfer that Hoya into no drainage potting situation. So look out for that in the future, because I do definitely want to try that and see how that does. That Hoya is so tough and resilient. I feel like it can grow pretty much any way, shape, or form. So I do really want to try growing in this beautiful type of no drainage vessel. I think it would just be so beautiful. So that will still be happening eventually, just not today, because I refuse to go upstairs and back down again. I refuse. Not until we're fully done and I'm taking stuff up. Okay, so that means we've got this big situation to take care of, and then this little teeny situation to take care of, which I'm going to be totally honest with you guys, I really don't feel like doing this today. So I think we're going to just hold off on those little guys. So sorry, so sorry. Okay, but I do want to go ahead and take care of this big ol' situation around her. So let's do it. I've got burl marks in here as well, I think, as the other one, Pariso Verde. The other one, oh my gosh. I'm getting hungry. I'm kind of tired. It's like a little after 5, I think, p.m. at this point. Look at that. Ooh, those are some beautiful juicy roots. Okay, so let me try and separate everybody. Okay. Oh, okay. So this one definitely has not, get this out of the way a little bit. Hasn't rooted up very much, but it has popped out. It has popped out a new leaf that I just ripped. This little teeny tiny guy here that I just demolished a little bit. It hasn't rooted very much, but we have, I don't know, have a few little tiny guys there. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. You probably can. So yeah, I think this guy is a Philodendron Macaulay's finale. I think I might leave this guy in the water for a little bit longer. He's just going to stay like this, and he's going to continue to live in my bathroom. So yeah, he's not ready for a pot up. I do need to take some of this water out of here though, because that's too high. But let's go ahead and start just separating more. This one I don't think got in water at all because he was too small. So we were also going to put him in here. Get him in there. We'll see if we can revive him. Who knows how long he's been out of water. Okay, so this is one of the Giganteum cuttings. So beautiful. I don't know if y'all remember or if you saw, but I used to have a huge Philodendron Giganteum. Oh my God, it was so massive. I don't even know how to describe it. It was in like a freaking 16-inch pot or something huge. And it was just this big giant bush, and it was starting to grow up and out, and it eventually just got too unruly. So I have cut this plant back a couple times, but I think this is like the third time that I've really cut him back to just a bunch of different cuttings, rooted them in water, and then just stuck them all back in soil together. And I think I'm gonna do that. It's just the same thing again. I'm going to separate all of these cuttings for the Giganteum, and they're all going to go in a pot together. And I think that'll be just lovely. So we've got a Burl Marks cutting. These are all philodendron, so I'm not going to keep saying philodendron because I just don't think my mouth can do it, frankly, at this point. So cute little Burl Marks. We'll set him off to the side. Sir, I'm going to need you to stop licking. No. No, no, lick your this. Thank you. I somehow did not notice these Burl Marks cuttings in here at all, and they're pretty good size. Oops. Okay, get rid of this sad yellow leaf. Toss him off to the side. But look at that. That's a cute little cutting right here. So is this one. This one's obviously cuter, but they're both kind of wonky, but they're so freaking cute. I love this leaf. Beautiful. So I'm going to keep the Burl Marks together. Six toe, my guy, stop licking. Thank you. Boy's got schmallergies right now with it being so dry. Okay, this is a Pyrethrin Verde cutting. And let me show you next to the Burl Marks. They are very similar looking, like you gotta give them that, but at the same time they are very different looking. They grow differently. You can see this one has like a really wild growth pattern. It just wants to branch off and branch off and branch off and just keep growing, while this one is a little bit more just kind of simple and much more leggy. They're both leggy, but this one is even more so. And the leaves on the Pyrethrin Verde are a bit larger, and then they will also be variegated. None of mine are currently variegated. I think that really beefs up in some warmth. So hopefully come next summer, I'll be able to get my Pyrethrin Verde to pop out variegated. We'll see. Okay, we've got another Giganteum. Shove that over here. Ooh, we have some, gross, some real slimy sheaths. Ew. Ugh. Gross, okay. But still, beautiful cutting, another Giganteum. Stick him over there with his buddies. Wow. This is like the wimpiest little cutting ever. But it is growing a new leaf, and it has a teeny tiny root. So he's gonna stay. He's just gonna go back in the water for now. And we'll see what he does. Okay. Hello? What is happening? We're so entwined. Okay. It's like when I'm walking all three dogs at once. Jesus. Okay. Take off those sheaths. You don't need to. It's just satisfying to do it. So, taking it off of there. Beautiful. Little gangly. We're going to get rid of this leaf here. Don't need them. And our last giganteum. So all together, these are all giganteum. That's gonna be a cute little pot. And then just one Pariso Verde. Ooh, I'm gonna put him back in the water actually too for now, just because, I mean, it is really, really well rooted as you see here, but I do have, oh shoot, I do have another already potted up Pariso Verde, and it looks kind of sad currently, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and pot all of them together. So we're just gonna put him back in the water for now, so he doesn't get dehydrated and die. Sweet babies. Okay, I got it. Oh, gotta get off my feet. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, and then we have the two Bromarks cuttings. So we've got two things to pot essentially. So I'm gonna go ahead and pot the giganteum cuttings in this pot here, which I had been using as my garbage pot. So we'll take the garbage out of there. I'm gonna go like this. Maybe not, we're gonna go like this. Oh, I'm definitely gonna need more soil. Okay. Let's see. Stick that there. So I am just shoving my finger down in the soil and then sticking the cutting straight down in the soil because these are so lanky. So I'm trying to have them like essentially having the bottom here touch the bottom of the pot almost. That way they're not sticking up so crazy. Just make the plant a little bit more manageable. Okay. Whew. Ew. So much dirt under my nails. All right, now I need to make up some more soil here. Oh no. Whoa, tangly feet. Okay. Oh, sorry, buddy. Do you want this? No, your buddy wants it. Okay. Hiya. Oh, I'm sorry, sugar. Tight quarters, huh? Tight quarters. Okay, so I've got them kind of like all facing out, which I think is kind of nice because I feel like wherever I have this set, which I honestly don't know where it's going to go right now, but wherever it ends up living, it's probably just going to get sun from one direction. So already having them kind of facing the same direction, I think is going to just kind of help the plant ease into its new life a little easier. Okay. Alrighty. There she is. Our Philodendron giganteum. pretty darn cute actually. At least from here. Just don't look from behind. We're not nearly as cute from behind. What do you think, Linny? Pretty cute from the front though, huh? Cute. Okay. Beautiful. Now, I'm gonna set her, where am I gonna set her? I'm just gonna set her right here. Like so, like that. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and do the burrow marks. This little guy. That'll work. Oh, this should be a taller pot, but that's okay. Because what we're gonna do, because these guys do like having support, we're gonna grab a stick. This is more like a plank, but you know, that will work for our needs today. We're gonna go like this, set him kind of how we're gonna want him. Beautiful. We've got a bunch of juicy roots still hanging out there. So let's go ahead and give a good backfill. And I am just trying to make sure I press kind of all around the 2 cuttings and pressing down well around the wood plank here. That way it doesn't jostle around too much. Okay. Cute. Now I could definitely use a piece of Velcro to attach this here, but honestly, for right now, it's just going to be totally fine as is. I think that's going to be so cute. I mean, it's already pretty cute, honestly. A little wonky, but who doesn't love a wonky plant? I love it. Okay, set him down right here. Oh, well, actually, let's make sure we have a saucer. Is that gonna work? Oh, perfect. Okay. A little small, actually, but it still works. Okay. Ooh. Sludgy. Perfect. Okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't make sure I had a saucer for this little guy. So let's do that. Does that fit? Perfect. All right, you guys. I think that's all we have time for today, frankly. I think it's time for dinner for them and popcorn for me. I may have had like dinner earlier. I mean, it was at like 4 o'clock, but I think that kind of counts. I'm just not that hungry for a real dinner. So popcorn dinner it is tonight. Hey, sir, let me finish. Oh my God, let me finish. You have makeup on your face from when you headbutted me earlier. Okay, I am gonna hit it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me through all of the ups and downs of this repot video. It was much more eventful than I thought it was going to be. And we're gonna go get some dinner. Yeah? Are you hungry? Okay, I've said the words. It's officially time to go. I'll see you guys later.